or JFK is a jolly good fellow. His family knew him as Jack, but America knew him as JFK, one of the youngest U.S. presidents in our history. Unfortunately, his life was taken too soon on November 22nd, 1963. I wish I were lucky enough to have lived in this era, but I lived through the stories I hear and read. John F. Kennedy was born on May 29th, 1917, in Brookline, Massachusetts, to Joseph and Rose Kennedy. The second of nine, he spent many days throwing around the football with his siblings. He was Roman Catholic and attended boys' boarding school. Having little to no interest in academics and plagued with Addison's disease during adolescence, this made it extremely difficult to succeed in school. Despite these setbacks, he graduated from Cahote and then transferred to Harvard University. Following graduation from Harvard, he joined the Navy and was assigned to manage the patrol torpedo boat in the South Pacific. Unfortunately, his boat was hit by a Japanese warship, severely injuring JFK. He was later awarded the Purple Heart and Medal for extremely heroic conduct. Following his discharge from the Navy, he decided to run for the U.S. House of Representatives in 1947. At the age of 29, he won the vacant Democratic seat. His boredom was his drive to then challenge Republican incumbent for his seat in the U.S. Senate in 1952. To everyone's surprise, he won again. Lucky for him, he won more than the U.S. Senate, but also won over Jacqueline Bouvier, whom he met at a dinner party. On September 12th, 1953, he was united in marriage to Jacqueline Bouvier. With more than 1,200 guests, Jackie and JFK were a powerhouse couple. She was often found drafting JFK statements, campaigning for JFK, or sitting at congressional meetings. The couple had four children, but only two of them made it out of the hospital. Their first child, Arabella, was stillborn, and their last child, Patrick, was premature and passed a few days after birth. JFK's and Jackie's living children, Caroline and John Jr., spent many of their days playing on the floor with them or chasing them out in the front lawn of the White House. His leadership and love for our country still is evident today. JFK established many milestones. A few to mention are the U.S. Foreign Affairs and Civil Rights. Creating the Peace Corps in 1961 to provide international development assistance and offering support for civil rights reforms. Ultimately passing the landmark Civil Rights Act in 1964. He also helped the Americans race to the moon. This was one of the biggest scientific achievements in U.S. history. This foundation helped us support the future of our space program. To think of all the things he did in his short time here on Earth is extraordinary. John F. Kennedy, gone too soon, but forever in our hearts. He left an everlasting touch on America, teaching us love, equality, and humanity. So I leave you with this. JFK once said, our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this small planet. We all breathe the same air, we all cherish our children's future, and we are all mortal. Thank you.